Now you have sei vorsichtig, was du sagst. Be careful what you say. The man can hear alles. The man can hear everything.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Eileen, is
How
that
would you?
Charlottesville or some other designation?
Oh, no, that's for it's actually Connecticut Votes for Animals. It's an organization that I am on the board for. And I have at some meetings I have to identify myself as such.
Okay. I thought I was seeing Charlottesville, Virginia.
No, New Haven, Connecticut.
An election or a voting thing for animals. There we go. All right. No, as I this, we had a bunch of stuff 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks in the past, 4 weeks ago. Oh yeah, brought to Columbus. But for Shavuos, I did throw you guys a little bit of joke. I don't even remember which one I sent you. Was it the one about the Undertaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Schwartz is dead. When I send you the stuff, Eileen and Larry, there is something we call a jokes and compendium. Every single joke that we've told, the Yiddish and the English translation is in this compendium of jokes.
Wow.
So
Okay.
everything you missed will be there. And all of the vocabulary is in a glossary. All of the expressions are in a glossary of expressions. All the songs that we've done, I'll send you. And the websites where you can find them and listen to them. Everything you're going to get. Don't aggravate yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to review whoever is here. I'm going to give you the Yiddish. You give me the English. Some words are old ones and some ones were new ones, okay? A bee. A bee, as in a bee gesund. A bee.
Happy.
As long as you're healthy.
A bee gesund, as long as you're healthy. A bee is as long as.
Most important.
You must have heard that one before, most of you.
Yeah.
A bee gesund, as long as you're healthy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. A bee gesund, whatever you want to do. Okay? A mul. A mul.
Once.
Could be once or could be sometimes. Or a mul translates in a story as once upon a time.
Yeah.
We could say eins auf a mul. We could actually put the whole big gedilla in there. But a mul could actually mean that too. I've kaputtes. Ich darf es haben, I've kaputtes.
Sacrifice. I don't need it.
I need it for sacrificial purposes. Kaputtes, you take the chicken, you swing it over your head, Erev Yom Kippur, and you atone for your sins. Okay, a kaput is a sin, so I need it for cleansing my sins. Generally, what it means, is I need it like a hole.
I don't need it. That's what it means.
Exactly. I don't need it. I need it like a hole in the head. And we took that from an Emil Cohn shtick. He was Oliver Sholem, a comedian. He's talking the thing, and we'll go for that again at some point too. Oif Herren. That's from our song Tumbalalaika.
To hear?
No, that's Oif Herren. It's consumed.
Oh, can you say it again?
Oif Herren.
Oh, feeling.
Yeah.
I heard feeling.
You wouldn't say oif herren, not generally, unless you had it as two separate words. Oif herren dem zach, upon hearing this thing, but then it will be two words, and it's oif herren dem zach, not oif herren. Okay, there we go. Ashiris. That was from one of our songs.
Riches.
Wealth, riches. Yeah. Ashiris. Wow, are we doing good? Okay. And that was from the song of Gesund. Yep.
Yeah.
Einnehmen.
To take. To take over.
To take on. To conquer. To take on. To take on a nem. To take. Ein. On taking. Okay, einnehmen. It just works good together. Oh, this is also tumble like a banking.
Begging. Begging?
Begging. I'm longing for it. You know,
Ich beg dir.
baiting
beg-
is really begging, but banking,
Yeah.
we're yearning, we're
It's
longing,
begging,
we're just
yeah.
reaching to the future for something. Okay, a bacher. What is a bacher?
Young
A young
Ich
man,
bin nicht ein bacher.
A young man.
bar mitzvah.
A young man, a bar mitzvah age boy, a young fellow. Is
A
nicht kein
boychick.
man.
A
A
boychick.
boychick. Ja.
Boychick, a bacher.
Die Zeit ist teurer von Geld. Die Zeit
Time
is
is more
teurer.
dear than
Time
money.
Money.
is more precious than money.
Time is more precious than money. The Zeit is Geld would be time is money.
Yeah.
Here we said time is more precious. Very good. Sehr katschgedeckt. Vorgeld. And it's one word. Vorgeld. But there's two words in there. Break it up.
Money.
Vorgeld.
Money
Yeah.
to pay for a ride, like a fee, a ticket.
Right. It's train or bus fare.
There.
Yeah,
Vorgeld.
fare.
Traveling money. Yeah. It's a fare. Okay. Very good. Frei. Die Luft is frei.
Free.
Free.
Free. Air is free.
Very sweet.
Not much else. Actually, not so. If you go to the gas station, you want to fill your tires. It'll cost you $1, $1.50 too, depending on the gas station. So sometimes there isn't free. Amol, the Luft is nicht frei. Amol, the Luft
Sometimes.
Long ago it was free.
frag. Ich darf dir fragen etwas. Frag.
Asking.
Ask.
Ask.
Frag is to ask. Okay. Fragen kostet nicht kein Geld. Fragen kostet nicht kein Geld.
Asking doesn't cost money.
Asking doesn't cost money, or asking is free. It doesn't cost you anything to ask. You might as well ask, right?
Right.
Okay. Freude.
Joy.
Joy, gladness, sure.
Oh,
Happiness. Freilich. Similar
Happy.
word. Freilich.
happiness.
Merry, joyful, happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freilich is a kumbalaika. Freilich soll sein. You should be happy. You should be with happiness.
Yeah.
Good. Geld. Sach Geld.
A lot of money.
Money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Hanukkah Geld. Right. Theater Geld. Rent is money. Geld. Okay. And from Abigesund also, she sings Asheris and Gevuris. What's Gevuris?
Power.
Power. Similar to the Hebrew, Gibor, strong, strength. Okay.
Gvura.
Okay. Yeah, that too. Gleich. Sitz gleich. Ich sitz gleich.
Like.
Straight.
Great.
Straight up. Or at a right angle, even. There's a lot of ways of gleich, right?
But
Sitz gleich.
Alan,
Sit erect. Sit straight.
yeah, but if
My
you
mother
tell
used to yell all the time.
but if you tell somebody ich komm gleich, it's different. It means I'm coming right away.
I'm coming right away. I'm coming directly.
Directly,
See? It's
yeah.
still kind of on the same thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's the same
So
connotation.
then you take from directly and then you translate the
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
words. I'm coming now. I'm coming right away. Ich komm jetzt.
Yes.
But jetzt is now. Now could mean now, or it could be now.
Gleich.
I'll get there in the next 5 minutes. Mir kommt gleich. I'm coming right now.
Right now.
And when mom or dad calls, especially if they're threatening you with the you-know-what, say, Kim gleich, you better stand in front of him the next 2
Yeah.
seconds. Gleich. Glicklich.
Like.
No.
It's very similar to
Mazel.
Freilich. Very
Happy.
similar to
Mazel.
Freilich.
Happy.
No. Glicklich is not mazel. Has nothing to do with
No.
mazel. Although if you're
Glicklich is-
mazel dick, you're probably glicklich. Glick. This is glick.
Happiness.
Happiness.
Happy.
Yeah.
Glück.
Okay. So if Mizel soll sein glicklich, you should be happy. You should have good stuff going on. Similar,
Yeah,
they're synonyms. Okay. Hängt nur up. Hängt.
Hängt, ja.
Hangs nur
Only.
Only.
up. up
What?
or upon. It depends. It hangs only upon. It's dependent on. It's hängt not up. It will only hang on this. It depends on this, depending on what happens. It's hängt not up. Keshena. My
Pocket.
shirt has none. I have no keshenis in this
Pocket.
hem.
Oh, a pocket.
Pocket. Yeah, it's pocket. Okay. A clade. Two
Dress.
meanings. A dress or an outfit.
Oh,
Depends on usage. Okay. That's contextual.
okay.
Could be a suit. Could be a suit. So sometimes you depend on context, how this word actually translates. That happens in a lot of foreign languages, by the way. Not unique to Yiddish. Not unique to Yiddish. Okay. Let's see. Kriechen. Es kriecht da rein in de Beine. Kriech.
It gets under my bones, like, you know, it
Okay, so kriech is to crawl.
crawls.
Sometimes if you say kriechen, it means like to scrounge. Scrounge, crawl. Like if you were on the floor looking for a contact lens that you dropped. Kriech, get kriechen off, I forgot all of a sudden how to say floor. It just went right out of my head. See, this happens. This is when you're not fluent. It'll come back to me. Okay. Lachen. Lachen. The game lachen.
Laugh.
Laugh. Yeah, we're going to go laugh or laughter or laughing. Lattice. Lattice. We want in the song played on lattice.
Patches.
With holes. Could be holes, could be patches. Like Orna says, again, depending on what? On context.
Lattice?
Yeah,
Patches.
lattice is holes. Yeah.
No.
I'll have to look that up again, but that's what we got as the translation for the song. The song translation said it was holes. You know what? See, Orna's going to make me work now. See what I have here? I have an English.
Ellen,
dictionary.
holes
Yeah.
are loch. Ellen.
Yes, should be. Should be.
Yeah,
Should
loch.
be. Should be right.
Macht een loch in mijn kop.
Okay, so, yes, you are absolutely correct. So the translation that we got in the song lyrics is wrong, and I will correct it in the glossary. This is why this book is so good. Thank you, Orna. You get extra credit today.
No, my grandmother does.
Okay, so we will correct that. So let's just make sure we have it. A lot. Lamed Aleph Tet Ayin. Actually, it's latte.
Latte. Yeah.
Latte. Okay, so we will fix that. We will fix that. See, it's good to have this book. I went out and bought it just for this purpose. Because if I tell you the wrong thing, then I'm going to get a potch. A potch. A fraskin pisk. A patch in tuches. A zets. A klop. Ach, Malia.
And Aliyah.
Lots of words for getting yourself beat up. Okay, luft we did already is air. This one's a funky one. I'm going to let that one go. Meint. Meint as it is a kelef.
He thinks.
Meint as it is a kelef, a hint.
He thinks he's a dog.
He thinks he's a dog. Meint. Thinks. Means things.
Yeah.
Meint. Nacht. Jetzt is Nacht.
Night.
Tug, day, Nacht, night. Good. Nadish.
Foolish.
Nonsense. Nonsense, yeah.
Well, nadish is foolish.
Foolish, yeah. Foolish, yeah.
Yeah, nadish.
Narishkeit
is foolish.
Narishkeit,
yeah. A nar is a fool.
It's a fool,
a
stupid.
Fool.
Yeah.
All right, a fool can sein nadish. He can be foolish. And tit narishkeit. He does foolish.
Yeah.
Okay. Urm. Oh, er is sehr urm.
Naked.
Mit Lattes auf dem Kleid.
Poor.
Urm. Poor.
Very
Reich.
poor.
Reich.
Rich.
Urm. Hat nicht ein Toller in cash. Doesn't have $1 in his pocket. Ort. 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 Not in English. Ort in English is a different thing. Ort. A place, a spot. Okay? A quiet place is also in the song of Be Gesinnt. Okay, let's see. Regen.
Rain.
Boy, we've had enough of it in the last few days.
Rain.
Maine, yeah.
Rain.
Regen in Buffalo.
Schnepsel. Now remember, this was a diminutive. Schnepsel. It's diminutive.
A
Comes
little
from
drink of schnapps.
Schnapps.
Schnapps, little drink.
Okay, yeah, it's a diminutive of schnapps. Schnapps is broad term. There is actually something called schnapps.
Yeah.
But when you talk to an old-time Yid, a schnapps could be rye, it could be whiskey, it could be bourbon, it could be scotch. Okay, so schnapps, it's alcohol, it's a drink. A stain can
Stone.
be
Stone.
right. A stone or a rock. A stain. A shuch. I say shiach, but
Sure.
Sheikh,
it's a
shoes.
shoe. It's a shoe. Vermacht the tier. The tier.
Close the door.
The tier is the door. Tier. Okay. Tracht. Tracht and tracht the ganze Nacht.
Thanks.
Thanks. He's really working on it. Treden.
Tears.
Tears.
Yeah.
Tears.
And here's a good one for you. Trinkgeld. One word. Trinkgeld. Was is that trink?
To drink.
Geld.
Money. So what
Right.
is
You
Trinkgeld
drink?
actually translates not drink money. What you give the bartender after he gives you your drinks.
Oh.
It's a tip.
Tip?
It's a tip. It's
Oh.
a tip.
Oh yeah.
Where did
yeah,
they get
yeah.
drink money from? I'm assuming if they went to whatever
Drinking and
saloon
money.
it was back
Yeah.
then, you gave him drink money. You gave him a tip.
Drinking.
You know, money that he could go buy a drink with. Assuming.
Yeah.
Right.
The same
I
thing
gave,
is that
you know,
here-
the janitor came in, he fixed something there. I gave him a little money.
Yeah,
you know what he's
yeah,
gonna do?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna go drink.
same thing is in Hebrew. Same thing.
Right. Think out a tuller, or it could be dollar or dollars on context.
Avos?
Okay. Voxen.
Grow.
Was can
Grow.
voxen.
Grow.
Grow. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to do that one. Vile. That was from Abbott and Costello, but we use it a lot. Farvus. Vile.
Why?
Why?
Farvus is
Why?
why. Vile.
Because.
Vile.
Because
Because. Weil ich hab dir gesagt, because I said so. Typical
there is
therapist style. Weil ich hab dir gesagt, I said so to you. That's all. Vile, because Wayman.
who?
Wayman sagt es euch?
Who?
Whoever.
Okay.
Who says though?
Wayman is our first. Who's on first?
Who said it?
Okay, we did that. We did Abbott and Costello's Who's on First in Yiddish. You will get that one also. Okay, that I'll send to you. Jeden einem. Jeden einem.
Everyone.
Everybody. Literally each one. Okay. Zlatis, that comes from our song. Zlatis, it's actually Polish currency.
Is that
Zlatis. We
Lotus?
translate it as
Pennies.
dollars.
Dollars.
A zlatis are like dollars. Yeah, that's how we translate it. You'll only find it in the song. I don't know anybody, and even older Yidden who speak a fluent Yiddish that would say zlatis outside that song, which tells you that it comes from the old country. Okay.
Yeah.
3 or 4 zlatis in Keshino. Okay, $3 or $4 in your pocket. Okay. Zock. The Zock geht da rein in the
Socks.
Sock. Suchen, or I say sichen.
Looking for, searching.
Search.
Right. Pesach, me sucht for the Alpha climate. Pesach, you go looking or searching for the Alpha climate. Ser Katschkadek mentioned. Katschka is a duck. Katschkadek is duck-like or ducky. Very nice. I'm so proud of you all. You guys really. You give me nachis. You give me nachis. Was is nachis?
Serenity.
Comfort.
Yeah,
Pride.
it translates
Right.
very freely as pride, more
Yeah.
correctly as comfort. But if you take it directly from the Hebrew, nachas is serenity.
Yeah.
So when I say to you, you should have nachas for the kinder and nachas for the eneklach. What am I really saying? Besides wishing you pride, I'm saying that your children should reflect the values and things that you've taught them, such that no matter what they do, you never have to worry about them. You will always be peaceful, knowing that your kids are doing the right thing, the best thing. Yeah, might not, but that's really what we're wishing. When we say you should shep nachas, you should gather nachas, you should gather peace and harmony from your kids. They shouldn't give you tsuris, and they shouldn't give you an ärgernis. They shouldn't give you aggravation. Chas v'sholem, God forbid.
Right.
That's the same in Hebrew as it is in Yiddish. And Chalila, Chas Chalila, God forbid, far be it from you. Okay, this is wonderful. So, Heint Banacht, this evening, Heint Banacht, wir haben zwei neue Menschen. We have two new
people.
Two new people. Eileen Lefland from Connecticut. And Larry, where did he go? Oh, I see him. Okay, I'm sorry. And Larry, you're from, you didn't fill in everything completely, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. So I'm from Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, Virginia. All right, I'll have to remember adding that. Norfolk. He's a Southern boy. Don't mess with him. He's a reb. Norfolk. Welcome. We have other Virginia people, at least on the list. But we get a varying number of folks from week to week. And we have this cadre that shows up all the time. And some people drift in and out, whatever your schedule allows. We're not really taking attendance. There are no grades. We're having a good time. So I'm going to start because I'm a mensch, I'm a gentleman. I'm going to start with Eileen. Eileen, redzen uns a bissel von dein Mishpocha. Speak to us a little bit about your family. Whatever you can say in Yiddish, if anything, great. And if you can't, Katschgedik, it's fine. No problem. Mach nicht kein Schwierigkeit. Don't make yourself a hardship, okay? But tell us, where do you hail from? Tell us about your family, whatever. Wow. We'll get to all of it in Yiddish eventually.
Okay.
Ich sehe es, der hast a Mann. Ich sehe das. You have some guy standing next to you, so.
Yes, I do. Yeah. That's another Larry. That's my husband.
This is dein Mann, yeah? This is your man, your husband?
My man, yes, my man.
Wonderful. Sehr heldish. He's handsome. Okay, heldish, handsome. That's one of our words.
He thinks so, yeah.
I think that meint das sein. Was kann sein schlecht? What could be bad? Okay, tell us about your family.
I am the only child of my parents who were born in Syracuse, and I was born in Syracuse, New York. Their parents, my parents' were all from the old country and all spoke fluent Yiddish. In fact, my Bubby Bubby and Zadie only spoke Yiddish. Very, very little English. My Grammy spoke a little bit of English. So what I know of Yiddish comes from them and from my parents both spoke quite a bit, but only when they didn't want me to understand what they were saying.
Right. Holzerheim, stop for a minute. How many people here can say the same thing, that their parents or grandparents only spoke Yiddish when they didn't want you to understand? Put your hand up so Eileen can see. All right. This is it. This is what it is. Okay, that's what it is. No more.
It seems to be part of our culture.
Right. Yes.
You
Yeah,
won't
and we have
find
spoken
that
about it.
people who have other languages from wherever their family came from
They don't.
hide the language from the children. They teach
Oh,
their children. I
right.
don't understand why we haven't, but we haven't.
Mm.
No,
Mm.
there are lots of reasons, and we've talked about it before, and we'll probably do it again. But for right now, I'm on Eileen's time, and I don't want to steal from her. The Huskinder, you have children?
Ein, zwei.
Zwei Kinder.
Two, those.
Okay.
My son
Zonen.
Aaron is 34, just turned 34. And he is he's in the land conservation field, works for a nonprofit that manages land to preserve and conserve land in Connecticut.
Okay.
My daughter is 31, and she just graduated with a master's in nursing. So she will become a nurse practitioner, adult and geriatric, which warms my heart.
Oh, sehr good. Sehr good. Wie wohnt ihr? Where does she live?
They both live in New Haven. I'm very lucky.
Connecticut. So
Yes.
good. So they're close by.
They
No
are close
excuse
by.
not to visit mom and dad.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very good. Du hast nicht jetzt Einiglich? Du hast Einiglich? You have grandchildren?
Ja.
Efter von dein Sohn? Skate kommen. Wir hatten Zeit. We have time.
Okay.
That's good. Okay. And you already said you learned a little bit of Yiddish that you learned from your grandparents. Very good. Ashenim Dank. Larry.
Yes, sir.
Von dein Mishpacha. Tell us a little bit. Talk to us about your family.
Okay, so
My grandmother was the one who spoke Yiddish. In fact, my dad was born in the Bronx. The whole neighborhood spoke Yiddish.
Yay, Bronx.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's where I come from. Go ahead.
So my dad and my grandmother would speak to each other when they didn't want us to know what they were saying, usually about us. Some of the phraseology, especially with the more animated, when there's a certain amount of anger, I picked up on that. I guess I speak the anger Yiddish a little bit. So I kind of picked up, I sensed that through my grandmother. And then, so anyway, I'm originally from New Jersey. I have 2 sons. They're 40. I've got 7 grandchildren. And yeah, joined the Navy, came to Norfolk, never left.
Okay.
And there's no way I could say that in Yiddish.
We were cruising off of Norfolk in the wintertime just after a storm. Let me tell you that the Atlantic east of Norfolk, 16-foot seas.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was actually damaged on the dining room on the 14th floor. They had a hell of a cleanup overnight before breakfast came.
Mm-hmm.
But it was okay. We managed to get through it. Norfolk, and for those of you who've never cruised, south past Virginia, Norfolk in the wintertime, that little stretch of the Atlantic is always a little funky, between 8, maybe 10 feet. But with a storm on top of it, yeah, we had 16-foot seas. So we know Norfolk.
Well, they call the area the graveyard for the seas for good reason.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Wonderful. Wir können reden ein paar Wörter Yiddish. Du hast gesagt, you can speak a few words of Yiddish?
No.
I thought you said you knew words of anger.
Well, I sensed my grandmother would speak to my dad, and it was very animated, much like you were demonstrating a little bit ago. I said, I recognize that.
Ich give him a patch. I will give you right away. Yeah. Hey, that's a come back. Go sit down.
Yeah. It's all. I'm actually getting flashbacks now. I'm starting to sweat a little bit just listening to you.
See, my father, I learned things also. My father would have friends over there, to tell a few schmutzige, meises, a few dirty stories. Geh weg, wir sagen Kaddish, though. It was believed that a child shouldn't hear Kaddish. It was forbidden.
Uh-huh.
So, geh weg, wir sagen Kaddish, though. I knew he wasn't saying Kaddish, and I knew what Kaddish was. So go away with saying Kaddish here. He's going to tell story. I'd hide around the corner with my ears open. so you didn't miss the story. And my grandmother, she'd be baking. We get off the elevator on the 14th floor, and the whole hallway smelled of fresh baked goods. She'd hear the elevator door close. Gittel schnell, behalte sie, kommt die Kinder. Hide the sweets, the kids are coming. This is how we learned Yiddish, all of us.
Right.
Whatever they tried to hide from us. Very good. Thank you. Welcome to Yiddish Lite. We
you.
have already spent half of our time, and there's one of my old bosses who had an old country accent would say, "Is nothing done. We have to go home. Finish, finish, finish. It's nothing done. There's nothing done." All right. So let's see. Where are we for today? Oh my God. Let's start before we go to the song and any of the new words. Let's just start with a little bit of a vitz. A vitz. What is a vitz? A vitz is a joke. Plural, vitzen, jokes. Vitz, V-I-T-Z, in the anglicized Yiddish. A vitz is a joke. Vitzen are jokes. Okay? So I'm going to say it in Yiddish. Whoever can translate, translate. I am sending, these are all in your compendium. You have everything. I don't like to send them in advance because I don't like to give away punchlines. But afterwards, I always send you guys the stories. The compendium is updated. So here we go. Benny kommt free aheim. Benny kommt free aheim.
Comes
Give me
early.
a hand.
Benny comes home early.
Early.
Von Arbeit.
And works.
From work.
From work. Und hert Mudne, that was a word we used in the Abbott and Costello. Mudne Geräuschen. He hears strange noises. A Geräusch is a noise. If you think about Ra'ash from the Hebrew, okay? Geräuschen.
Right.
Kommen von.
Comes from
Come from.
Schlafzimmer. Schlafzimmer.
The bedroom.
He hears strange noises coming from the bedroom. Oh, sounds like a story already. We want to hear this. Läuft darauf.
he runs up
Läuft darauf und trefft sein Frau.
and
Und
meets
trefft, that's a new word for you.
meets his wife.
Meets his wife, yeah, Sarah. Naked auf dem Bett.
Bare
Naked on the bed.
the bed.
Naked on the bed. Schwitzig und
Schwitzen.
Ottoman. Schwitzig und Ottoman. Ottoman is a new word for you.
She's perspiring.
Perspiring, sweating, and
Panting.
panting. She's out of breath. Oh my goodness.
What's the word? What's the word?
Ottoman. In the English
Ottoman.
side, Otemen. Ottoman. Out of
Ottoman.
breath.
I
Ottoman.
didn't know it.
Okay.
Ottoman.
And then he goes, Was tut sich do?
You doing
What are you
Was
doing
tut
here?
sich
What
do?
happened?
Right.
What's
What's
happening?
happening here? He yells. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? He yells. And she says, Ich bekomme a heart attack, veint Sora.
I'm having a heart attack.
I'm having a heart attack, veint.
Right.
Wait.
Right. Weeps.
Cries, Sarah. Sarah
What?
cries. Okay, I'm having a heart attack, she cries. Benny läuft auf, hoppen dem Telefon. Benny
Runs up
läuft auf.
and grabs the telephone.
And hop is to grab. Hoppen dem Telefon. And he grabs the telephone. Aber
What?
Punkt wie dialt. Punkt. Just, punkt, that's a new word. Just wie dialt. What does it sound like, the old phone?
Dialed?
Yeah, just as he's dialing, sein Vierjorke. Oh, that's a tough one.
Ooh,
Vierjorke.
4 here.
His 4-year-old, okay?
Yeah.
Vierjorke. His 4-year-old kommt darauf und sagt,
He
Says,
comes
kommt
and
darauf
comes up and says,
and says, Tati,
Daddy, Daddy.
Daddy. Vater Maris behalt sich in dein Schaffe.
Cousin Mars is in the
Morris
cabinet.
is hiding in
The
your
closet.
wardrobe.
The
He's
closet.
hiding in your closet. Okay. Und hat nicht kein Kleider on.
He has no clothes on.
He has no clothes on. He's also naked. Benny schuckt auf dem Telefon. Schuckt auf.
Slammed.
Slams down the telephone und stürmt. And stumpt auf im Schlafzimmer. And he storms up to the bedroom. Vorbei sein schreiendicke Frau. Vorbei, we had this word, it's tough, we don't use it a lot. Past sein schreiendicke.
Schreien, screaming.
Screaming Frau.
Wife.
Screaming wife. Und reißt darauf. And reißt darauf. He rips open the tier for the Schaffe. Ripped open the door of the closet. Okay. Du Idiot! Schreit Benny. Du Idiot! Schreit Benny.
Yelled Benny.
You idiot! Idiot! You idiot! Benny.
Yeah.
Sarah had a heart attack. Sarah is having a heart attack. Und die luft unkleider. And you're running around unkleider.
Without clothes.
You schrecken dichte Kinder.
Frightening the child.
Frightening the
children.
You idiot. My wife is having a heart attack and you're running around naked scaring the kids. Boy, I'll keep my day job. That's the first joke. No. Haben mir für ihr alle a Lied height. I have for all of you a song now.
A song.
You know the song in English. I'm sure you've heard it. Kenny Rogers made it famous in English, called The Gambler.
The Gambler.
I have it for you tonight in Yiddish. Now, I sent you the words.
Oh.
Once I get it going, I will try to put them up on the screen, but you should have them. I sent them. Who may not have them is Larry and Eileen. So I will try to get them up on the screen, but let's try to get this up first. Let's see. This is called The Rabbi.
Let's go back.
All right, that's Country Yossi. And I have to, whoops, where is it? I have to share the sound.
Dental hopper.
In stereo. Okay, and as soon as I get it going, I will try to get the words up. Can you all hear that?
On a warm summer's evening, on a ride to Monticello, I sat next to a rabbi. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window to the darkness. The boredom overtook us,
English, I don't
and he began to speak. He said, "Yo, ich bin ein Alter, in zetit mich weide Beiner, in Gott die Borde lang in Groi, ich hab a Sach gesehen, gib a her a bissel Brumpf, will ich suchen gitte Eizes, weil ich seh deine Pleitzes, was ist bei dir geschehen?" So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he mooched a cigarette and asked me for a light. Then the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, "Ich geh dir jetzt suchen, die Zeit von Jiddischkeit. Men darf wissen, wenn sie kaufen, wissen, wenn sie laufen, wissen, wenn sie drein geht, und wenn sie handeln fein, besser reden nicht, was man darf nicht. In gein nicht wie mit Tor nicht, ja, sie geht sie vor, und besser nicht so bleiben.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Und weiß, also jeden ist ein Besimpfer, danken Bore Eulam, für alles, was man hat. In halt die teure Teier, weil dorten brennt a fire. In Gebasach Zeduke, weil Parnusso kippt in God. And when he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, made rain of fascists, and drifted off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, my soul it started burning. For in his final words, I found the strength that I could keep. Men dar wissen, wenn sie kaufen, wissen, wenn sie laufen, wissen, wenn sie dreien geht, und wenn sie handeln fein, besser reden nicht, was man darf nicht, und gein nicht, wie man tut nicht, ja, sie geht sie vor, besser ist zu bleiben in der Heim. Men dar wissen, wenn sie kaufen, wissen, wenn sie laufen, wissen, wenn sie dreien geht, und wenn sie handeln fein, besser reden nicht, was man darf nicht, hingein nicht, wie man tut nicht, ja, sie geht zu vor, besser ist zu bleiben in der Heim.
And there we go. Okay. Country Yossi and the Steeblehoppers. They have lots of... Oh, wait, excuse me. Okay, we'll stop that one. All right, so there's a cute one for you. Country Yossi and the Steeblehoppers. Some of you also may have heard of Lenny Solomon. They have another group there. They do Yiddish parodies of English songs. And when I took my kids to Solomon Schechter, that's what we listened to in the car back and forth every day. We listened either to Country Yossi or to the Lenny Solomon Schlock Rock, they call his group. So many great songs that they do both in Hebrew, also some in Yiddish. And so it's another way of learning these things. We'll do these things again and again and again. I should, if you haven't, I think I sent the with your invite, I think I sent the URL for that. Did I not, Harvey?
What?
No? Oh.
No URL.
Straight. Okay, I will definitely get the URL to you with the jokes that come up. Okay, so it's about a quarter of.
This is
it's about a quarter of
part of
what I'm going to do.
National Men's Club, Federation of Men's Clubs. Sorry.
Federation of Jewish Men's Clubs. By me, this is already. I have a little bit of a problem with them. They're changing some of the names and things. And I really want to make sure that they keep Jewish in there. And they seem to be moving towards a direction where they're, looking to make us better men, which there's nothing wrong with. But if we are a group of Jewish men, even though those who are, they have non-Jewish spouses that are male, they're welcome to join. We're certainly inclusive, all that. But the main idea is we're looking to kind of keep it in a Jewish framework. Okay. And even being better men, we want to be better husbands, better fathers, better workers, better community people, but with a Jewish light. Okay. Nachavitz.
Another joke.
Another.
What's noch? What else? What another? What other things we got? What's noch? Under them. An altar edishaman, an altar edishaman,
An old
Jewish man.
Jewish man.
Here's a new word for us. Sitzt in an Unterbahn Stanzia. Unterbahn Stanzia.
Subway station. You're sitting in a subway station.
Very good. Extra points, Harvey. He's sitting in a subway station. Unterbahn is the subway, and a estancia is a station. Okay. Words you're probably not going to use often unless you're in a big city that has a subway. In Kommunisten Russland.
In communist
Russia?
It's Russia.
Right. Kommunistischen Russland. In communist Russia, Lenin, a Hebräische Zeitung. Lenin
is reading a Hebrew book.
Newspaper.
A Zeitung is a newspaper. A Zeitung.
Zeitung.
A Zeitung, okay? A KGB agent, that's how you say it in Yiddish also. A KGB agent, kommt zum
Comes to him.
approaches him, comes to him. Weiß nicht, als es nicht erlaubt zu lernen Hebräisch?
Don't you
Weiß
know that it's
nicht,
don't you
als
know
es nicht, it's not allowed, it's illegal
learn Hebrew.
to lernen
Read Hebrew.
Hebräisch?
To read
Don't you
Hebrew.
know it's
Read
illegal
Hebrew.
or not allowed to read Hebrew? Bitte, hab Rachmanis.
have
Bitte,
mercy?
hab Rachmanis.
Pity.
Have
Please have
mercy.
mercy.
Please have pity.
Ich bin alt
I'm old.
I'm old.
and will bald gehen in Himmel.
I'm soon be in heaven.
Well, I'm soon going to be in heaven. I'm going to die soon, okay? Vomeret nor die heilige sprach. Vomeret nor, where they read only
Only
the heilige,
The holy.
the holy.
the holy language, okay?
The heilige Sprach.
The heilig is holy, okay? Ich darf sicher, I have to quickly machen, als ich verstehe es. Ich
Learn to
sicher
understand.
machen, als ich verstehe es. I need to make quickly that I understand. I need to learn it quick. I need to make sure I understand, okay? Eder ich starb. Eder
Before I
ich
die.
starb, before I die.
Before I die.
Ach, lach the KGB agent.
He
Lach
laughed.
the
The
KGB agent.
KGB.
He's laughing. Was geht anstatt in Gehennem?
What if you
Was
go instead to hell?
geht anstatt? That's a new word.
Instead.
Right. What if you go instead to hell? Okay. Oh,
Learn
das
Russian.
wird nicht sein. Das wird, I can't even speak anymore. Das wird nicht sein, kein Problem.
No
It will
problem.
not be a
This
problem.
won't be any problem. Ich red schon Ruski.
I already speak
I
Russian.
already speak Russian.
I already speak Russian. You go
That's
to
a-
hell. I already speak Russian. Not a problem. Okay. Der dritten, or dritten,
It's word.
dritten Witz, the third
Joke.
Joke.
joke. Okay. Oh, nicht. I'm wrong. Not a joke. I had written down also Elicha, Naya, Oistrocken. How many people remember Oistrocken?
Oyster.
Oistrocken. Zoals wachsen Sibyllus in public. Okay, you should grow onions in my butt. Okay. Ich hab dir im Bud. Okay. Dem Sachen sind Oistrocken. These are
Question.
expressions.
Expression.
Expressions.
So,
Oistrocken.
Wachsen, Säure, Zwiebeln.
Oysdrucken. Oysdrucken. Out. I don't even know how to really translate drucken, but it's one word
Idioms?
together. Yeah, they're idioms,
Yeah.
they're expressions. And what's is Elicha?
Which?
Several.
Some.
Several.
Elicha. Elicha Naya.
New.
No.
Who? Okay. Sollst du sein a Zoirreich? You know all those words. I say you know. For
You
those of you
should
who are
be
new,
so-
you don't
So
necessarily.
rich.
Be so rich.
As dein Almonis man,
The
as dein
widow's
Almona, which is an Almona,
widow.
sits the
Widow.
Almona Bastia, right? The widow. Okay.
Widow. Almune.
You should be so rich as thine Almonis man,
Her husband.
your
Yeah.
widow's new
Husband.
Okay. Right. So darf keinmal nicht arbeiten a Tug.
Shouldn't have to work.
Never have to work a day.
Okay, so now who are you cursing with that? The first husband. Basically, you're saying you should be so rich and then drop dead so that your wife's new husband won't have to work even a day in his life. Okay? You're cursing somebody with that one. You should be so rich that your widow's new husband should not have to work a day in his life.
Yeah.
This is the way the Yidden cursed. Okay? They didn't say F you miserable whatever.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not generally what they did. Werden soll von a Blinchik. Werden soll von a Blinchik. Or werden soll dir von a Blinchik. Okay? You should become or be turned into a Blinchik.
A blintz?
A blint.
Yes, man. Essen mit smatten. A blintz is good. You should be turned into a blintz und die Katz. Und die Katz
And the
soll
cats.
dir kein.
So, and the cat should eat you?
Right. You should be turned into a blintz and the cat should eat you.
Ay,
Kain
ay,
is actually chew.
ay, ay,
Kai
ay.
get, chew it well. I'm telling you, this is how they cursed.
Mm.
Soll dein Manns Tata Chassene haben dreimal. Soll dein Manns Tata, your husband's father,
Other. Will
Okay.
marry 3 times.
should marry 3 times. Und du wirst haben nicht ein, nor nicht nor 3 Schwägers.
3, what?
Three
Schwieger?
fathers-in-law.
What is a Schwäger?
Father-in-law.
The
Mother-in-law.
Schwäger is the father-in-law, the Schwäger is the mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Your father should marry 3 times, and you should have not 1, but 3 mothers-in-law. If you're a mother-in-law, please don't be offended. But that's stereotypical. Okay. Sollen de Lisa or Lice, sollen de Lisa in dein Hemd,
Shirt.
the lice in your shirt,
Hemd is a shirt.
okay, sollen Chassene haben,
Should have
they
a
should
wedding.
marry or have
They
a
should
wedding
marry.
with, die Wanzen
The bed
in
bugs.
dein
Bed bugs.
Mattress, in dein Mattress. They
What?
should marry the bed bugs in your mattress. It's a cognate.
What?
Your
You sleep on
mattress.
Yeah, your mattress. So the
Oh.
lice in your shirt should get married to the bed bugs in your mattress. Okay, we're that far. Und their Zäumen, that's a new word for you. Und
Together.
their Zäumen and their offspring,
Zäumen.
okay, sollen sich einstellen. They should take up residence. They should live take up residence in deine Unterwäsche.
In your
Deine
underwear.
Unterwäsche.
Oh my
They
God.
should take up
It's
residence. They
underwear.
should make a home in your underwear.
Underwear.
Okay? The lice in your shirt should marry the bed bugs in your mattress, and they should make a new home. They should take up residence in your underwear.
Alan, say the whole thing in Yiddish. Zoek-
Okay,
zoek op
Af
Yiddish.
Yiddish, Hamelech, slowly. Okay.
Slow.
Sollen die Lise in dein Hemd Chassene haben mit die Wanzen in dein Mattress und ihre Säumen sollen sich einstellen in deine Unterwäsche.
Oh,
Unterwäsche, your underwear.
Get it to your
Oy,
under.
Telling you,
oy,
this is how your Bubby and Zadie cursed.
oy.
This is how your aunts, your great aunts, and your great uncles in the old country. These are the curses they said to people. They didn't say go F yourself. They wished them terrible things.
It's a klule.
Yeah. Soll machen a Vermegen. Soll machen a Vermegen. That's a word we had before. It's not a word you'll use often, but it means soll machen. You should make
Make.
a Vermegen. You should have lots of geld. A Vermegen. A fortune. A fortune. What would be so terrible if I had such a small fortune, right? Tevye says this guy, was wird seine so schlecht, als ich hab a kleine Vermögen? What would be so terrible if I had a small fortune? Okay, I said it to you in Yiddish. If Tevi was speaking Yiddish, that's what he would have said. Okay, soll machen a vermegen genug zu bezahlen, genug zu bezahlen,
Enough to pay.
enough to pay. Okay, what do you think he wants him to pay? Diamond medicinish bills.
Oh, the
Medical
medicine.
bills.
You should make enough of a fortune to pay your medical bills.
No.
You should make a great amount of money and spend it all on doctors.
Oy vey,
And I've heard that said more ways than one in Yiddish. My grandparents said it a couple of times, not to people, but about people. Yeah. This one is funny. It's hard to say, but it's funny. Okay. Migulgul, that's a new word. You're not going to use it often. And it sounds like it's the name of a place somewhere. But what it really means is reincarnated. Migulgul. You won't use it often.
Yeah.
Migulgul zolstu werden. Zolstu werden, may you be, okay, reincarnated in a hang leichter. On a hang.
And a hanging light, a chandelier.
On a hanging light or a chandelier. Okay. May you be reincarnated as a chandelier. By Tug sollst du hängen.
By
in the
day,
daytime, you should
hang.
Okay. Und bei Nacht
And at night,
On fire.
sollst du brennen.
you will burn.
Burn.
You should hang by day, burn by night. Und morgen seid auslöscht.
And the next morning, Morgan
Extinguished. Turned off.
All right. In the morning, you should be iceless, snuffed out. Okay. So you should hang like a chandelier, where you be reincarnated as a chandelier. Hang by day, burn by night, and be snuffed out in the morning. This is how they did it. This is how they cursed. Ich sorg, not zug. Zug is say. This has an R in it. Ich sorg. I care.
I worry.
Ich sorg. Ich sorg sich. Remember, sich is reflexive. Yeah. Okay. I care. Wie a Katz.
Like a cat.
Cat.
Sorg sich. Es is Mittwoch.
Wednesday.
I care like a cat cares that it's Wednesday. In other words, what? I don't give a damn. You telling me something, and you're going on and telling me whatever it is you're telling me. And I look at you and I say, Ich sorg sich, wie a Katz sorg sich, as is Mittwoch. I care about that bullshit like a cat cares that it's Wednesday. So now I don't know what day of the week it is. Okay, so that's our stuff. All the new vocabulary, and there is a bunch of vocabulary. It's a long list. Okay.
Wow.
Are you going to learn all of this tonight? And the next time we meet, you're going to know all of these words? No. Do I expect that to happen? No. What you might want to do is look through the list and find a couple of words. Ooh, this one's good to know. This one I want to remember. Okay. I use the words Schlafzimmer. Okay. Schlaf is to sleep. And it's Zimmer is a room. Yeah. So you might remember that one. Okay. You might remember Vance. Vance is a bed bug. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a couple of words you can pick up. Brownfin is whiskey. If you're into whiskey, you'll remember it. Pick up the little bit of words that you pick up as we go along. You're going to hear some repeated over and over. These will be the easiest ones to put into your daily lexicon. Well, that's a good word. It's good for the SATs too. okay, into your daily language, your daily word usage. Some will not come in. I use the word potch. Most people know what a potch is. Okay,
Yeah.
it's generally a pat, usually on the fanny. You could say a potch and punum. You know, when you did something or you said something, you know, that embarrassed somebody publicly. This is a potch and punum for you. It's a real slap in the face, okay? But normally, if you give a slap in the face, they don't call it a potch. They call it a frask. A fraskin piss.
A fraskin
A slap. Fraskin punum. You know, so you would say that. All right, a fraskin piss, a slap in the mouth, which is really nice. Okay, so yeah, but the little words that you say, tochis, you're behind. Okay, my Bubba used to say, "As me schlucked in tochis, es geht da rein in cup." Okay,
Sleep on.
behind it goes straight to the head. Okay, so it just expressions they had. Nu, siz jetzt 3 Minuten noch 9.
3 minutes
3
after
minutes after
9.
9. Wir sind in spät. Spät
Late.
is late.
Very
We're
good.
already late. And no, this is all this. That's everything. I wanted to go over the list, but that's okay. Wir gehen dir sehen. Mir gehen dir sehen. I will see you.
In
Zwei
Wachen.
Wochen.
Wochen.
Weeks in der kommende.
Kommendik.
To come,
Future.
kommende
I don't
in
even
the
know 1, 2,
future.
3.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay?
Kommende. Whatever.
In the kommende. And wenn wir seid alle Menschen, wir gehen reden von the 4th, I forgot how to say July. See, I don't remember something.
Juli.
Juli, yeah.
We be
The
over.
4th of Juli. Okay, we're going to speak of the 4th of July. We'll talk about some of the things that we do. Okay.
Also,
Whatever you picked up tonight, wonderful. Whatever you didn't pick up, next time we'll talk more. Always going back over things. Always. Songs we did before, jokes we did before, words we did before. Don't worry that you're brand new, okay? Eileen and Larry, as soon as we get off, I'm going to put together an email for you that has all of the old stuff.
Oh,
And
good.
everybody will get the jokes and the new expressions. I will make sure that, as a matter of fact, the expressions might already be in the expressions glossary. I'll check that.
Okay.
But if not, I will update the jokes compendium. I will send you, if you already got the words to the song, that Larry and Eileen should already have. Okay?
Right.
So, but I will update everything, and no matter what, whatever I send you over, you will overwrite whatever you've had before. All right?
Okay.
Oh, great.
Frages, you have questions?
Auf Wiedersehen in 2 Wochen.
How do you say
Gloria,
thank you?
or
Danke. That's German,
I hope
right?
so. I hope
Danke. Danke.
so. Gott sei Dank. Thank
Danke.
you for everybody being here. We're grateful, and we'll see you all soon. Seid mehr alle gesund. Everybody be healthy for us.
Sei gesund.
Vielen
Sei
Dank.
gesund.
All right.
All right.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you.
Guten Tag.
Danke.